Welcome, everybody, to the Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. We are here at the end of the first marathon, well, the middle of the first marathon stage, the end of the first day of the marathon stage. We are out at an old abandoned airstrip near Alamo, Nevada. Teams have had a grueling day, finding over 20 checkpoints out here in the gorgeous Nevada desert. It has been a day for the ages. I, of course, am Emmy Hall with, as always, my good friend, Matthew Johnson.
How's it going? Thanks for joining us this sunny evening as all the teams are showing up here, gassing up for the second part of their marathon tomorrow.
Right. So, again, our marathon stage means that they have no services tonight. There is no base camp. You'll notice that we are basically sitting out here in the middle of the desert. No services, no bathrooms, no mechanics, no Drew Deckman food. So everyone is completely self-sufficient today. It looks like everybody will be camping together, which is kind of nice. And honestly, the marathon stage is one of the places, one of the days that the Rebels really like the most, because it's all about camaraderie. Like, everyone kind of gets together, and like some people have really cool charcuterie boards, and maybe someone brings out some wine.
Sure.
And it's really, really fun.
Yeah, we've covered that a few times, and it looks like it's finally time, like, away from the big tent. It's just time to relax and get to know people.
Yeah.
And what you share between each other.
Exactly. Now, if you all are out there watching us on the social land, remember you can follow us at Rebelle Rally, and that is on Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, as well as YouTube. Please, please, please send us your comments. We love reading them. We will read them out loud if they're funny. If you guys send us a funny comment, we'll read them on the air, but you got to work for it.
We do make you work for it, but we do read them. They make it across.
Again, on the Rebelle Rally YouTube, you can look at our documentary by Vigil Films, Dead Reckoning. It's a really, really good deep dive into the Rebelle. It's awesome. You can go back and look at all of our live shows on both Facebook and the YouTubes. And listen, our Instagram, you guys, it is on fire. We are doing a great job giving you all kinds of photos and videos live from the course. It is a really, really good feed, so be sure to check that out. Now, we have got a really big highlight from today. Have you seen this, Matthew?
I did. I got a little peek at it. It's amazing, as typical Maddie B work is.
Yeah, we love Maddie B. Let's roll that footage.
Would love to see it. All right, welcome back to Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. It's day 2 of the competition. Hopefully you've just been enjoying about a 7-minute long video of Matty B's magic shooting of today.
Matty B is amazing. He gets the best footage. I mean, listen, this landscape is really easy to shoot, but Matty B is out there. That was all shot by one person. So I just want y'all out there in TV land to know that. One person, and he probably deserves a raise. So.
Well, and you see some of his magic when the bird flies through the shot.
Yeah,
Did you guys see the bird fly like near the drone through like
crazy.
what he was shooting? How does he do that? Man, epic stuff. It makes it look a little bit easier to access than it actually is because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Right, absolutely. Well, as our competitors are coming in, I know that Katy is out talking to somebody. I don't know who the heck she is with, but Katy, who do you have with us now?
Thanks, guys. I'm actually standing right behind you, and I'm so stoked to be here for Marathon. What a beautiful evening for these competitors to be camping out here in the middle of Nevada. The sun is setting. I can see the moon rising. It's just stunning. Kramer, let's go down here and have a chat to Amanda Walden, who has a very clean car yet again. I've just got to talk to you about this clean car, because you left this morning with a clean car, and now you've turned up here. Everyone else is covered in silt. No one can see anything on the side of their vehicle. What's going on?
We have a wrap sponsor by KPMF and Orifel Wrap, so we feel like doing them a solid and trying to keep it clean. When we filled up, we rinsed it off. We brought some waterless car wash with us too, so we've been wiping it down every day.
That is sponsor dedication. Brilliant. Now you two are setting up 2 tents, I see. I'm looking at living situations here and your strategy. So you each have your own tent to have a bit of alone time?
Absolutely. We're sharing a truck about 10 hours a day. I'm a bit of an introvert, and I recharge with alone time. And it's good just to have some space of your own in the evening and get some good rest.
I agree.
Yeah.
And how did your day go today?
I think we had a great day. We did well in our Enduro again. We're 7th off the starting line tomorrow morning. We struggled a little bit. There's a checkpoint on the lake bed where we had to do some triangulation that we struggled a bit with, but Julia and I have a good plan for the next time we have to do something like that.
What's that plan?
It's a secret. I'm just kidding.
Come on, you can share with me.
Okay, we're gonna go at it from whatever side is the closest to the point, so that we're less off when we do heading in distance.
Oh, clever. You enjoying that lollipop?
Absolutely. It's about to be gone.
Perfect. All right, well, thanks so much. I'll let you finish setting up, and we are going to go and chat to Mandy and Alex. So we're heading down here. I'm going. I'm just trying to find... I was miles away from you guys when you said my mic didn't work. Oh, there she is. Come on, Kramer, we've got to run. We're going to go and talk to Alex and Mandy. Yeah, I'm back, guys. Sorry, we had a technical difficulty. So we talked a little earlier about what was going on here. We've got the back of this Jeep covered in silt, but you are plotting for tomorrow now. What's your strategy on marathon night in terms of getting organised now rather than in the morning?
Trying to get as much done tonight so that we can actually sit and relax a little bit. Alex found some bolts in the Jeep, so she's spending a little bit of time looking over the truck with all the washboard roads that we've been on. So, trying to get as much done as we can, especially while we have sunlight and don't have to use the headlamps.
Nice. And did you have a good day today?
Yeah, it was a great day. So we had a lot of fun. Beautiful driving. We swapped roles, so Alex navigated yesterday, I navigated today, so it was fun mixing
Now,
it up.
do you mind if I have a look in your house?
Yeah, please have at it. Make yourself at home.
Okay, so Kramer, let's check this out. Every team has a different strategy. It's easier to set up just one tent, right? I'm not going to get in there, girls, because I've got dirty boots. Oh, I'm just going to get in there. They don't care. They're filthy. Oh, shit. Sorry. Ooh, not bad word. Okay, so we've got sleeping mats. Oh, they're very organised. Can you see in here? Kramer's looking at me like I've absolutely ruined his day. Can you see, Kramer? Yes. Yes. Okay, so this is what a Rebelle team looks like when they decide to have a bigger tent, so they only have to set one up. And these two are extremely organised. I'm feeling really bad that my dirty boots are in their tent. But it's important, that those of you at home see what it's like to be a Rebelle. And on marathon nights, they have to cook their own food, so they've got Mountain House food. They have to set up their tents, which they do every night, but there's no support. There are no mechanics, there's no food, nothing. So I'm going to send it back to you, Emme and Matthew, and go and find some more Rebelles here on Marathon.
All right. Thank you, Katy. Love it when you get into some of your antics. It's always really fun. Well, the sun has gone down here behind the mountains. It is going to start getting super chilly here pretty soon. You saw in that tent, we've got a lot of great sleeping bags. Big Agnes is a big supporter of the Rebelle Rally, keeping us warm throughout the evening. And we wanted to make sure that we brought you some of the great teams that we've got here. Ford has sent a whole bunch of teams this year, and I have got two such awesome people in truck number 167, and that would be Sedona and Bailey. So Sedona and Bailey, they are a new team together, but they are not new to the Rebelle. Bailey Campbell has been here twice? 4 times, my goodness, 4 times. And Sedona, of course, is a 100% Rebelle. You guys, how did this happen? Because this is a new teammate. This is a new teamship. What happened? How did it happen?
Well, it was a very last-minute decision. Ford decided to put the Ranger Raptor into the Rebelle Rally, and he called me up and said, "You have a partner." And Sedona, luckily, was still available. Thank gosh, because we're clashing so well. We didn't have much practice together, so it's been great.
The vibe is fantastic inside the truck, though. It's been a lot of fun, both the partnership and the truck. It's just been great. Good start to the 2024 Rebelle.
So tell me what you all like the most about that Ranger Raptor.
So yesterday we actually had a really great course. We got to put it in 4 low, and I got to use a bunch of drive modes and really test out the lockers and see what the truck was capable of. So I think putting it to the test and really seeing its abilities was amazing.
It's really the proper size for this rally. Like the mid-size truck is the fantastic size, so it's nimble and it's quick and peppy, exactly what we would want in a 13 meet.
Yeah, and what's really cool about the Ranger Raptor is not only does it have a lot of power, but it also comes with the rear and the front locker standard. So you get all of that extra capability. And, out here in Nevada, like maybe you had to use the front locker like, boop, just a tiny little bit just to get you up and over that thing. Make it a little bit easier so that, you could probably do it without the front locker, but you don't want to tear up the trail because we're all out here treading lightly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year, I know you've been here every single year. You've been gone for a while. What has changed since the last time you did the Rebelle?
Emily has definitely doubled the checkpoints.
Yeah, right?
I learned that coming back last year, and I was just like, oh my God, how are we supposed to get all of this done in the morning? It's definitely a different strategy now. But it's a huge learning curve all over again.
Yeah.
She's tripled the black checkpoints.
Has she really? You think so?
Today we had 6 blues.
And how many black checkpoints?
And we had, I think, 16 or 17 black checkpoints.
Come on.
I'm not kidding you. And some of them are X's, so like the blues, you wouldn't even get the blues. So there were a lot of black checkpoints today.
Okay, how many green checkpoints did you guys have?
I think there were 4.
Yeah,
4.
Okay, so that's 17 plus 6 plus 4. That's 27 checkpoints. I think you guys are exaggerating.
Nope. There was 28 today. No, 23.
Oh, it's 23.
23 checkpoints.
Look,
okay,
we
they're
mathed all day. We mathed all day.
That's what it feels like.
No, it does. Listen, I hear you. I remember our very first year. You were there the very first year. You were there the very first year. And we had like 12, 15, something like that.
I got to stop and eat lunch the first year. We don't do that anymore. We eat on the go.
Do you eat on the go? Are you guys using the mountain houses, or are you just like kind of snacking?
This evening we'll use the mountain houses, and then throughout the day, Sedona has her pickles and our meat and cheese rolls.
It's mostly snacking during the day because it's just easier than the mountain houses, but the mountain houses make a great dinner.
Right. And then what do you guys like the most about the marathon stage? What is it that really speaks to you about it?
I find it more relaxing. Everybody gets together as a group. We tell our stories throughout the day. Unlike at camp, you're still sitting around a table at base camp, but you feel like more comfortable, and
there's a camaraderie that happens on self-camp nights where you get to like bond together a little bit differently than having to be like kind of confined and just a little more free.
And how are you all leaving tomorrow morning? Is it just like a free-for-all, you can leave whenever you want to, or what's the protocol there?
There's a start time, and then I think we start off with an enduro. Let me be honest, I haven't looked at the day. That's a future Sedona problem.
Oh, future Sedona. So future Sedona is going to be looking at her checkpoints, probably plotting some checkpoints tonight on the tailgate of the Ranger Raptor, and making sure that she's got everything ready for tomorrow. Bailey, your job tonight, look over the truck, make sure everything's good, get your tires, all of that good stuff. You guys, thank you so much for coming and joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad the Ranger Raptor is here. It's a super fun truck. We want to thank Ford for putting it in. And right now we are going to go out to Katy, who I have no idea what she's doing out there.
Thanks, Emmy. I'm just out here meeting people as usual, and I'm with Team 180, Gloria and Megan. And I just learned that they met on Instagram through a Bronco group, and that is how they ended up at the Rebelle. Okay, tell me this story in detail, please.
In detail. Okay, well, the biggest thing is that we were Instagram friends because we were women in the Bronco community. Not very big, so you kind of know each other if you're online. And we both had major FOMO after last year's Rebelle, and we were chatting about it, and it took us one night to commit to doing it together.
It's a big commitment if you don't know the person.
And when I say one night, I mean we forced each other to sleep on it, so we didn't make the decision in the moment, and then we both woke up and went.
So fast forward to today in the car. How's it going?
I hate her. No, we talk so much. We genuinely will be lifelong, like family.
We're like family.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
The friendship has now, we're family. You know, my kid loves her. My wife loves her. Her husband is amazing. We're really tight.
Oh,
so
I've
it's
got
amazing.
goosebumps. This is
no,
awesome.
we're really close now. Yeah.
Now, you just cleaned off your Bronco quickly so that you could do a shout out to your sponsor. So I'll come over here so you can.
We had a wild amount of support. We are a privateer team, but all of these companies came together and supported us. 3W supported us, Bodyguard Bumper, Shredder Off-Road, Meraki Hammocks, Heckett, Go Fast Girls, H3R Performance, best fire extinguishers in the game, Bronco Outfitters, hats, Raging Bull Marketing, our tents and A-Arms, General Tire, obviously our tires, Fittipaldi Off-Road, the wheels, Canyon Coolers, Bronc Buster, Mountain Submittal, Tom's Off-Road, Project X, Trail Racks. We are loved.
Oh my gosh. You know what? They are loved.
And we love.
And they love their sponsors. And Emme, Matthew and I were just talking about privateers on the Rebelle. Like, you're not sponsored. It's not easy to get here on your own wicket. And you've hustled, and congratulations. I'm really stoked to have finally got to chat with you.
Definitely a team effort, for sure. We both kind of brought in like half each. We did this every day since November.
See, goosebumps at the
so
privateers.
Fun to be here. It's so fun to
Okay,
be here.
back to you, Emme and Matthew. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Katy, so much. It's cool to hear from Gloria and Megan there.
Did you know they met on Instagram? Isn't that cool?
Super cool.
I
All
know.
kinds of people meet on Instagram
I
these
know.
days.
I've met so many friends on Instagram.
Yeah. It's
By the way, I'm
interesting.
at Emme on Instagram, so follow me. Matthew, we got to do so many fun things today.
We did, and Emme and I snuck around on the course today, went to a green checkpoint, and just checked in with a few teams, real casually, real iPhone style. So, and I was a videographer here, so you have to forgive.
No, he did great. He did great. Watch
forgive
these
the faux
clips.
pas coming up.
It's really fun.
Here we go. Let's check it out. Emme and I just out here at a green checkpoint, halfway through first day of the first marathon, day 2 of the actual event.
Oh, it's so complicated.
I know. A lot of teams out here at the green checkpoint. We've missed lots of them already, but we could see them cruising by. See fan favorite, the 69 Bronco of the Bovies back there. We're going to bring you more of that when we can, but we're having a great day out here. We're going to see you at the end of the day out on a runway in the dirt.
All right, Team 137 into the Lexus GX460. We got Michelle and Tasha here at the green checkpoint. What is happening? Everything's good? Everything's exciting?
Yeah, we're plotting the end of the day.
So what time were you off the line today?
7:31.
Oh, so kind of early.
Yeah.
So you're using this time right now to plot?
Yeah.
And here we are taking it up.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have. I would have been like, no, I'm not talking to you guys.
That's fine. I can speed flex.
They're so generous. They are so generous. So let's come here and look at this little external. So is this a TerraTrip or is this an odometer right here for you, Michelle?
That's a TerraTrip odometer.
Okay. Okay. So I mean,
speedometer.
oh, so this is a speedometer.
Speedometer, yeah, because I'm off. I'm not calibrated to what the Lexus has.
Right. So do you have a little bit of a larger tire, so that throws your odo off, or that throws your speedo and your odo off.
Exactly.
So it's nice to have this external speedometer for all of your enduros and to make sure that you don't go over the speed limit.
Yes, we try. We're trying to be really good.
Well, I hope you're good.
She yells at me all day.
She should yell at you all day.
Yeah,
She's got
Oh,
hers.
you got one too.
Yeah.
She's on me all day.
Oh my
so it's
goodness.
perfect.
So you guys know exactly how fast you're going at all times.
Get caught up in the moment
Yeah,
sometimes.
because like we said, the Rebelle is a rally. It is not a race. It is not about speed. It is about navigational accuracy. Thanks you guys for chatting with us. Again, here we are, a green checkpoint out here in beautiful northern Nevada. All right, everyone, we are here at a green checkpoint on day 2, first day of the marathon, and our pals here in 203, the Subaru, they just pulled in, so we're going to see if we can get a quick chance to chat.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to roll that down.
Oh no, why? What's going to happen now that you roll this down?
This morning, I rolled it down and it wouldn't roll back up.
Oh no!
And I had to force it up, and I was like, fuck.
Oh no! Okay, well,
roll it does.
We'll see
So
what
hopefully
happens.
it'll go back up.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You, navigator, do what you need to do if you got to do something.
Hey.
We don't want to hold you back. Okay, so tires, good?
Well, I haven't gotten out and checked yet, but yesterday, this is when I rolled in, and my tires are flat. So,
Okay.
I was driving so careful today, like painfully slow. But I was, going by the motto, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And
That's
so we
true.
were like just consistently getting our checkpoints. And
Awesome.
so as long as we make it back and we make our checkpoints, then,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the backstory here, y'all, is that Team 203, they've used both of their spares. Anything that they have now is going to be running on a plug, which not the best thing. It'll be okay, but still we want to make sure
not
that we have-
ideal.
It's not ideal, but it'll be fine.
But you know what? We got our points today, so we're halfway there. I'm feeling really good. Awesome. My window will.
Well, let's see. Let's try it. Let's try it.
Yeah, let's watch.
Yay! Oh, victory is ours! Victory! Woohoo! I was so relieved when that window went up.
I know I was. I had the same thing happen in my 4Runner recently. There's something
Really?
hanging in there. Yeah. Good stuff. We love getting out on course and hearing, like, in the moment what's going on and what's present for them. And speaking of, let's see what Katy's got to share right now.
Hey guys, I'm here with Shani and Laura, and Shani competed in 2021 with the first Navajo team, and then I just now asked Laura what inspired them to come in as a mother-daughter team, and this is a beautiful story. Go ahead.
Well, we knew we needed to, Big Navajo Energy knew that they needed to have an entry for 24. So we pushed the button, we made sure that we were a team. Shawnee and I were going to be a team initially, or we put us together. Shawnee had other plans. She was going to do school, and she was going to do some other things, and so we thought that maybe we'd have another person be my driver. That didn't work out, and because of some stuff that's going on.
It's okay, Mama. It's okay. Deep breath. Shani, you
I
want to carry on?
did, yeah. So I just stepped in for my mom because, she needed me, and I can always go back to school. So there's no timeline on that. So she needed me, so I stepped in.
And how's it been going? Are you enjoying yourselves out here?
We suck. Like
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We are having some problems, but you know what? I absolutely love it. I love doing this. Like, if I could have done this a long time ago, it would have been awesome.
But you're doing it now, and
Yes.
that's what's important, and you're
Yes.
doing it together, and I love the two
Yes.
of you. Thank you
Yes.
so much for giving us a moment. Back to you, Emme and Matthew.
Thank you so much, Katy. That is one of our mother-daughter teams.
I know, I love it. We've got all kinds of, we've got sisters competing, mother-daughters competing, and other family members. You wonder if they're a little more ruthless with each other.
I
when
would
they're
think that you
stressed
would
out.
be like very, very honest, because like your mom's known you your whole life and
Uh-huh.
knows all of your weaknesses.
Uh-huh.
And maybe the daughter doesn't know quite as much about the mom's weaknesses just because of that mother-daughter
Yeah.
dynamic. But the mom definitely is like, don't you go too fast, you know,
or
all of
whatever
that.
it looks like. I mean, in the same way we see corporations sending teams here to do some team building. You might have family relationships you realize have been falling into the same rut they've been doing for 20, 30, 40, whatever years,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And then having to recognize that and be like, well, this is screwing us up. We got to do
Absolutely.
something else.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
That's
it just sounds so hard to do something like this with your family member. That would be very difficult for me.
I love seeing the video when we're on a marathon of like all these vehicles. I know a lot of you at home love checking out the kit and like how it works for the camping and all
Yeah.
that jazz. And, you know, obviously Katie's climbing in people's tents. It was a really nicely organized tent.
It was. My tent is never, ever that
Me
organized.
either. Life goals.
Well, I believe we've got another highlight reel for y'all, so let's roll that tape and see what's cooking.
Mountain House is cooking. What I love that you've been seeing in this video is the silt, right? We talk about the silt. If you watched there, you could see them drive into what looked like a level area. If that was just loose sand, it wouldn't have pushed down through.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You could really see how the vehicle just got to what looked flat and fell down into it, and poof, comes
all
the
of
silt.
that silt comes up. And, you know, we had a lot of footage there on the lake bed, and usually what's around a lake bed is some kind of a silt bed. So when you're approaching something, you really need to be careful because there's going to be silt somewhere.
Mhm.
So you need to be sure that you've got enough clearance, that you've got enough speed, and that you've got enough, like, maneuverability to maybe get out of some deeper silt ruts. I mean, I've gotten high centered in the silt before, 100%.
I hear that. When I'm approaching an obstacle like that, I hold the steering wheel a little tighter because I know there might be bumps I can't see.
Yep.
And I'm scanning the edges of the road for my options. If the silt starts dragging me down, I'm going to try to bail.
Yeah,
One,
how can you
right
get
or
out?
left. So I'm scanning for like options of where I can put the vehicle. Yeah.
Matthew, though, I wanted to ask a question. How fast have you driven on a dry lake bed?
Real fast.
How fast?
We shot a thing in 2008 in my rally car on the way to X Games out at the
give me a number. Give me a number. Give me a number.
I don't know. I didn't even look down, but it was flat out in fifth.
Ask
I don't
me.
know.
Ask me.
125.
Ask me.
You tell me.
209.
Oh, yes. Yes. Good for you.
All right. That's enough humble bragging. Let's see what Katy got
Good
for us.
you. That's cool.
Hi guys, I'm here with the Chevy team, Kristen and Nicole. And Kristen is a friend of Chris Woo's. Nicole is a friend of Chris Woo's, which is fun fact, right here in the middle of nowhere. And then we're talking a little bit about were the project manager for Holden.
Oh no, a long time ago I worked in Holden Fuel Economy. Yeah, so that's why we were talking about
Of course, I'm going to go to the sentimental, and this should be a Chevy conversation. But she worked for Holden, and I used to hang out in the back of a Holden on a case of beers as a Kiwi, and I was really sad when they stopped. So anyway, back to the subject of the day. How did your day go?
Well, my description was that we played it fast and loose, and then we played it slow and loose, and then we had to recollect and get back on track. We got our groove back toward the end of the day.
Now, you two are both Chevy engineers, correct? Tell us a little bit about what you do in your day job.
So I am really fortunate. My day job is really cool. I get to project manage our off-road race team. So that's why I know Chris Wu. He's the driver for our Silverado, and it's Chad Hall's race team. And Chris has been asking me how come we don't have a team. And I said, I don't know. So we figured it out. And my manager knew Kristen, and he pulled us together. So, yeah.
So your manager said you've got to go and talk to Kristen. And then how did that roll out?
A crazy ride, right? I found out in late May that they wanted me to come and navigate and be on the team, and nothing to do with my day job, which my boss actually asked me about. Like, you? Does this have anything to do with, like, he's like, don't they have people for that? No. But I actually work in engine analysis and completely unrelated to off-roading specifically, but I have worked on this 2.7 engine a little bit in my day job.
So were you a good navigator? Like, was that something that you're passionate about?
No, I'm meticulous about plotting, and then I can read the map upside down. I think those are my skills.
An engineer's mind. That's a solid start.
Yeah.
Now, I just asked them if this thing was that they built, and they said no. You can buy it on the website. Talk to me a little bit about how this build works.
So we have our Chevy ZR2 Bison, which is upgraded with a lot of stuff from AEV. We've got multimatic dampers. The package is really great, but we also have our deck drawer and our Venture Tech rack, and both of those, all of that can be purchased, and a lot of our accessories like our recovery boards and things like that can all be purchased on our Chevy Performance website, and we were really fortunate to have some really fantastic technicians to help us put it all together. So.
Well, I'm glad I stumbled across you two, and I look forward to following you for the next how many days? Do we even know what day it is?
Don't tell us.
I don't know what day it is. Maybe Matthew and Emme can tell us what day it is. Thank you so much. Back to you guys. What day is it?
All right. Thanks, Katy. You know, it's just getting to that beautiful time of night. The heat from the day is dropping. Teams are still rolling in here. I would imagine they're all trying to get in here while there's a bit of daylight to set up their tents and get their food and everything sorted out. So I'm happy to be standing here with Team 150, Shelby Hall, and Punky Brewster. I mean, Rory Lewis describes herself as a modern Punky Brewster, and I think it's very accurate. I'm a big fan of both of these gals. Shelby Hall, you've probably heard of before, professional driver, a Baja experience, and all sorts of, let's call it pedigree. Yeah. Rory Lewis, a lot of experience as well. How many years have you guys been teaming up?
This will be our second year together.
Okay, second year together. You're into day two. You're a team with the experience in the driving side and the navigating side that can be in contention for this event win. How does it feel like it's going here, like deep into the event already here at the end of day two?
Well, I feel like we're having fun. First and foremost, we really came into this year just wanting to have a blast. You know, the first year together, we were just figuring each other out. We were in a new vehicle. And this year we want to enjoy every day and be really present in it and hopefully get as many points as we can along the way.
I love that. In those points along the way, I hear there were 20-some checkpoints today.
22 and then 23 including base camp.
How do you feel like the day went for you?
We felt like we had a really good day. I mean, we won't know until our scores tomorrow, but what we feel that we accomplished today, amazing. I mean, we flowed the entire day nonstop and just had fun. Like no hiccups like ever set us back, made us angry, no frustration. It was all smiles and fun in the car.
Okay,
So,
love that. Were you into the goat modes at all today? Were there any X checkpoints that were difficult driving today?
Yeah, so actually for the Enduros, I always put it in the off-road mode because I can control the speed so much more because the RPMs hold for so much longer, and I love that.
Tell us a little bit, because I think I know what you're talking about, but for viewers at home that aren't aware of this, tell us some more about how off-road mode adjusts the way the throttle works.
Yeah, so the Bronco Raptor and all the Bronco lineups actually have different goat modes, which are preset for different types of terrain. So, there's rock crawling, there's Baja mode, there's sand mode, and we have off-road mode, which really helps keep the power band, the vehicle in the power band, so that we have the most power right when we want it. So when I hit the throttle, man, we are already high in the RPMs, so we can just shoot off.
Okay, gotcha. It keeps the gears a little bit lower than normal, so you've got the response from the throttle if you need to make a speed adjustment, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Which we do. During the Enduro, we do.
It was like every waypoint was a new speed change today. So, yeah, it was constant, and she's amazing.
So let you guys in on a little secret. Emmy and I are going to try to do one of these again. We did a horrible job last year at trying to do it. We're going to try to do one again. I have a lot of evidence that I'm not very good at it either.
There will be cameras in the in-car.
Yeah, we're going to shoot it. It is a thing.
Practice makes perfect.
Look, it's been
and a little bit of luck.
It's been a lot of fun chatting with you guys. I wish you luck. I hope today went as well as you think it did. We're going to find out at the end of the day tomorrow. So you heard it right. The teams do not know here. Marathon 1 this night. We're not at camp. They do not know how they stand until tomorrow night when they see how they've done over the course of 2 days. So thanks for joining us. Stay tuned here. We got a quick commercial for you. Thank you.
Since 1913, we've been all in on providing unbeatable engine protection so Alex can go all out in the toughest conditions. Pennzoil, long may we drive.
And now your action weather broadcast. We've got shifting weather conditions on the horizon. Expect high winds, scattered thunderstorms, cold fronts, and dense fog. It's a wild one out there.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Rebelle Rally Live Show presented by Toyota. I believe we have some social comments here. People are really getting into following us on the socials. We've got Carrie Porter here. She's a former Rebelle. Today is a new rally. Good luck to everyone out there today. Thank you, Carrie.
Miss you, Carrie.
Miss you.
Awesome.
Wish you were here. Hope you come back soon. Yeah, we love having all of these comments. Again, you can comment on Facebook, on Instagram. Go Can Toy Divas, number 144. That is one of our teams competing in the International Cup.
Yeah, and did you get pouched?
Did I get pouched? I did get pouched.
You did get pouched. I got pouched.
I did get pouched.
Can Toy Divas handing out pouches of Canadian
Way to go,
taste.
Grit and Grace. Yes, we agree. Way to go. They had a great day today.
Oh, yes. We're eager to spend a little bit more time on the results now that everyone's back here, actually, because we've got our own interest in how the event's going.
Yeah.
And 120 was tied for third place at the end of day one.
Correct.
I don't know how they're doing today, but I'd
either.
love to see, I'd love to see them keep performing well.
I know, me too. Me too.
Awesome. So we've talked a little bit about Iridium, and when we're setting this course up, when Emily's out by herself setting the course up, she uses some devices, and one of the devices she uses that can reach the Iridium network from nowhere is Zoleo. Have you heard of Zoleo?
I have. So it kind of functions like an off-grid tracker that uses satellites so that people can find where you are. You can send text messages if there's some kind of emergency, or maybe if you just want to say hi to your friends, but it's probably pretty expensive just to do that for fun. And you can buy this at Road Post, and we, of course, have a sale, a code for you guys. This is $70 off at Road Post on the Zoleo tracker. Just use code Rebelle Rally, and you get $70 off. That's a pretty good deal, actually.
And free activation IC.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
So that's to keep you safe and sound, and it's also, it's to give your family and your friends a little bit of a not quite so much of a heart attack when they know you're out here off grid, because they'll be able to track you and they'll know exactly where you are at all times.
Yeah, Katie's talked about buying these and sewing them into her kids' clothes just so she knows what they're up to.
No, I mean, I followed people like when they were out on the Amazon and doing like a little Amazon canoe challenge, and we'd be like, oh yeah, well, where is she now? Like, oh my gosh, she's at some air tracker thing, or she's at some nature preserve or wherever, and it just gave me like a little bit of peace of mind to know where my friend is on that particular day in the middle of the Amazon jungle.
Who was that?
That was Rebecca.
Yeah.
Becca
Donahue in 205 in the BMW here with Cindy Lee Wade. Obviously, you're a former teammate, and I'm a big fan of Becca's as well. I was excited for her to be doing the crazy things she does, paddling down the Amazon in a carved-out wooden canoe.
She is insane. Well, we've got teams coming in here setting up their tents for the last of this marathon stage. They've got one more day, and then we will be going to Base Camp 2, but I'm not going to tell you where that is because that is a secret. All right, Katy, where are you? I know you have some kind of antics going on.
Yeah, we're good. I've always got a plan, Tim. I was just having an issue with the cords hanging out of my pants. But I'm here with Amy and Michelle. Michelle's a city girl.
I am.
Two-time Rebelle. Well,
Second-time Rebelle.
I said two-time Rebelle, meaning
Rebelle.
did twice, right?
I heard third time. Sorry, it's been a long
look
day.
at you correcting me. Thank you. That's been honest. So you're a city girl. Finish that thought.
I grew up in Chicago, and I live in Detroit now. That's where Amy and I met. But yeah, I don't go camping. I don't go off-roading until really 2 years ago when I first did the Rebelle. It was the first time camping long-term. I think the last time I actually camped before the Rebelle this time was last year in July.
Wait, so you did the Rebelle, you're a city girl, and it didn't put you off the first time?
No, I came back. And I have my teammate, and we're self-sponsored. So to the point where we're self-sponsored, we wanted to come back, and I wanted to come back.
We've been talking to a lot of privateer teams. So here's the city girl. She's got, what is this? It looks like just a mosquito net.
It's in process.
Okay. Amy's here with a mallet. Are you going to hold yours down with anything, Michelle?
Yes, I have stakes. I do
We'll get
Michelle knows exactly what she's doing. Amy,
we'll get her set up properly, I promise.
How does it feel to do your first Rebelle?
I've honestly been watching this ever since it started 9 years ago. It's always been a dream of mine, and it feels very surreal that I finally made my dream come true.
Especially on this night. I mean, look around.
It's gorgeous.
How amazing.
I don't know that I would have ever found my way to the middle of nowhere, Nevada desert.
With all of us.
With all of you all, if it weren't for the Rebelle.
So tell me how your day went.
It went surprisingly well. I mean, I'm a rookie, so I didn't know what I didn't know, other than, having watched it. But we had great communication. We found a bunch of checkpoints. And that's all we really wanted to do, was to not get lost and to find base camp at the end of every night.
Matthew and Emme, have you ever seen a happier team? You two are just awesome.
I mean, bright yellow Jeep.
before I leave you guys and go back to Emme and Matthew, Can you just talk me through your organisation situation here, please?
Yeah, certainly. So everything up here has been camping equipment. This bin is all recovery gear. So
Labelled, I'll have you know.
Labelled with soft shackle, air compressor, zip ties. And then this bin down here is the required items bin. So fingers crossed, all the things that we never really should have to touch unless it's an absolute emergency, like our spill kit, a jack base, reflective devices, all of that kind of stuff. And then this is just filled with everything else. So snacks, cold coffee, and then anything
it's
else.
Okay,
anything
just whatever you need.
Whatever else just ends up in that bin.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting to you both. And I can tell you right now, when Emmy took me through what we had in the back of our vehicle, wasn't this organised, Emmy? Let's talk about systems, Emmy. How's your system when you do the Rebelle? Back to Emme and Matthew.
I cannot believe she's throwing shade on my organization
skills. She called you right out. But I'll bet your organization depended, when you were doing the Rebelle, on Rebecca Donaghy's
It 100% depended on Rebecca Donaghy. I was just like, where do you want me to put this? Okay.
Yeah, mine's pretty poor also.
I'm pretty much of a mess. But we have got a fantastic giveaway for you all at rebellerally.com/giveaway. We've got $5,000 worth of prizes, and I want to talk to you specifically about the Baja Designs package.
Yes.
You can get one pair of universal lights and one swag pack. Now, the Baja Designs, what's really cool about them is that you can get, like, these laser lights.
Oh, man. They've got a lot of tech.
They do.
Yeah,
there
cool
is a ton of tech. Like, it's not just LEDs. Like, it goes above and beyond LEDs. You're going to have to go really fast to outdrive
It kind of felt like we went from halogen to LED and, like, okay, we did it. And they have just continued on the technology. Yeah, really fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dead Man Off-Road, $300 for a Dead Man version 2. That's a really great piece of recovery gear to have, especially if you're going to be out on your own.
Explain how that works. People do not know you don't carry around a dead person and anchor to them, but you do carry around.
Yeah, it's like an anchor that you put into the ground, and then it allows you to winch to something.
You fill it full of rocks and such, so that it's got something to winch to.
Exactly. So out here, we've just got some bushes and some scrub brush and nothing that you can actually attach a winch line to. By carrying a Dead Man Off-Road, it allows you to have kind of like a mobile winch point if you don't have another vehicle with you.
Cool.
So that is pretty cool. All right. And our schedule tomorrow, you guys, we are going to be back here in the morning. Finish our starting line at 6:45 a.m. Now, the starting line is going to be a little bit different, so you might see us kind of roving around a little bit more. It's going to be kind of a different show, so it's going to be pretty fun tomorrow.
Yeah, we're a lot less set up, so we might be just chasing teams around because there's not an organized, like, off the line the same way. So it's going to be us like, oh, man, let's go grab so-and-so before they rush away.
Exactly. And then we'll be busting down to Base Camp 2 for our evening finish line show as normal, and that will be at 5:30. So we'll see you tomorrow at 6:45 a.m., right, bright and early. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Matthew, for being here.
Thanks, Emmy. It's really fun. I love doing this with you. You guys should be checking out the scores, by the way. The teams don't know the scores, but you can see the scores at home. And speaking of fun things you can do at home is watching our confession cam from last night.
We got a long kind of confession cam for you, and it's pretty funny. So let's roll that, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota.
These are confession
guess.
How am I supposed to look?
You can look in the camera. Just look right.
But look how it looks like I'm looking up.
Well, because you're short.
So before the rally, I obsessed over how I was going to fold all of my maps and that I was going to wear through them all the time. So I decided to bring tape to be able to tape every single fold on the back of all of my maps. So I probably have about 4 or 5 rolls of tape that I am no longer using because I decided not to fold the maps at all.
Well, it's your obsession that got me obsessed.
I was really worried that my camping map that I sleep on was going to go flat, so I got a backup, and I inspired somebody else.
I became obsessed, and I also have a backup.
I obsessed over alcohol.
In what terms?
You made me quit drinking.
I did make her quit drinking. We're dry because we needed to be sharp up here. What did I obsess over before the rally? Everything. Literally everything. To tent size, to 800 ruler purchases, to getting my hair done in time. Absolutely everything. And most of it didn't matter.
What I obsessed about before the rally, which actually is still important, is the fact that I leave my crap everywhere. I left these sunglasses here after the live show, and I'm trying to keep all my poop in a group. This is my sunglass and glasses pocket, and my sunglasses were sitting right there like a ding dong.
Warm clothes, because last year I froze during day 0 to day 3 of the rally, so I ended up packing sleeping onesies that looked like a bear suit.
We'll say the stickers on my helmets. I spent a lot of time very specifically packing the back seat, which the seats are out, so the back area of our truck. Like, oh, it was Tetris, it was perfect, it was beautiful. And then you get here, and it's like, whoosh.
Probably packing, but also making sure that I got all my work done.
How many times could I travel out west to train with Holly and Laura? That's what I obsessed about.
I obsessed over not comparing myself with everybody else here because there's some amazing women. So I don't look. So now every day is a great day.
I may or may not have read 3 or 4 military ranger special forces U.S. Department of the Army land navigation manuals, which involve a lot of usage of tanks or moving personnel.
I was going to say, you learned how far away you needed to be from a tank to use a compass.
Yeah. Important information. Really important information for our Bronco wild trip.
No, I don't obsess.
Oh, I think mine was to make sure that I did well for my teammate, but we did off today, so.
I obsess over just helping animals and making sure all the animals are okay, so I can leave and do this.
Let's put our buttons on high. We're recording.
My 3 darling little girls, Finley, Atlee, and Riley. Hello, love you guys, hope you're doing good.
I was mildly obsessed over the car and making sure it was ready. I was very scared we weren't going to get in here on time, but we got it, so that was very exciting.
I didn't know what clothes to bring.
I brought so much clothes, and so far we've
only worn the same outfit for 3 days.
So we have too much shit.
So everything we packed was for nothing.
Oh well.
Oh well.
That's what
we should have spent
over.
more time practicing our navigation.
So it was pretty clear what I was obsessing about, and my husband can attest because we have a lot of tents at our house for a while. I was obsessed about how we were going to tent out for 8 days. That was my obsession.
I obsessed about pee.
Nice. That's what y'all do.
I was worried I was going to have to pee in the middle of the night and it was going to be freezing cold and I would have to get up and how far of a walk it was going to be, and then like what if I had to do a number 2 out there?
So fair.
Because I don't know if I could squat and not fall. I even thought about bringing my portable toilet. Shit happens.
My obsession is rail riders, and
what's a rail rider?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah. My obsession was dots. The right amount of Duke sausages in our car.
We obsessed over compasses.
Compasses.
We found out that our compasses did not work correctly when we were in training.
We had some knockoff compasses, and they broke during training while we were out in the middle of the desert.
Okay. Honestly, I obsessed over snacks leading up to the rally. How many snacks? What kind of snacks? Where do I put my snacks? Are we going to put them in the center console? Do I need a snack bag? Do I need a snack bin for the overflow of the snacks? Snacks are very important.
I think the main thing we obsessed over was just not making the same mistakes twice. Not making the same mistakes again. So I'm prepared for that. So.
I've removed probably about 800 to 900 pounds of gear off the Jeep before we went.
That increased like 3 to 4 miles a gallon, which was great because we came back with half a tank today, so that was cool. And then one thing I didn't obsess over enough was the pair
necessarily packing a towel. T-shirts were great, so use that.
I obsessed over not being warm enough. So I brought my trusty Uggs and my trusty silk bag, which is a full-leg sleeping bag that you can walk around in. I obsessed over my 9-step skincare routine and how I was going to do it on the rally. And you know what? I've done it every night in my tent.
I obsessed over what I would wear to the gala. And then once you get here, you're like, who cares? Because honestly, I could have brought a t-shirt dress or something. I actually did bring a t-shirt dress. Give me 1 minute.
No, you gotta know now.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Sin doesn't obsess.
Sorry? I'm not obsessed.
Don't sell it to me. Tell it to the camera.
I'm not obsessed. Sorry.